Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everyone. Late start this morning. I've had a busy morning already, but happy Monday. Let's go kick some butt today, or this week in general. So this is a really quick live. I have meetings today, but I just wanted to come in here and answer some frequently asked questions. If this is your first time tuning in, definitely comment in the box. Let us know it's your first time. Good morning, Paper Bar & Co. Hi, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you've not liked me already, please definitely subscribe to my channel on YouTube, like me on Facebook, like me on Instagram, follow me so that whenever I go live, you know that I've gone live. You can be notified. As always, share this video. You never know who will find this video helpful. So share it on your WhatsApp and your, TikTok, your Facebook, or whatever, wherever you share it. Today, really, it's a frequently asked question. So just jump right into it. Just ask me your questions. I have 3 frequently asked questions that I personally want to talk about that I get asked all the time, but feel free to ask me whatever questions. Sandra, greetings from North Carolina. Thank you for joining in. And for those of you who don't know me and those of you tuning in for the first time, my name is Ayesha Chidolue. I'm an immigration attorney. I represent clients worldwide with their family immigration matters to the United States. So if you are trying to immigrate to the United States, if someone is petitioning for you consular processing or adjustment of status, I'm happy to assist you. My phone number here is 407-995-6567. Linda says, hello, it's my first time and I made it. Yay, yay. I'm so glad you made it. Thank you for joining in. Tiffany Bowe says, good morning from Bahamas. Good morning. I am so jealous. I would totally want to be in Bahamas right now. Mr. Tusk from YouTube, good morning. Okay, so some of y'all just went right into it. So Arhan on YouTube said, do you think interracial couples get treated differently at USCIS? Absolutely not. They do not get treated differently. Neither do same-sex marriages get treated differently. If you have a marriage, you have a marriage. What USCIS is looking for is the legitimacy of your marriage. If you have a legitimate marriage, that is all you need to worry about. Your race or your sexual orientation does not matter. It shouldn't matter. Well, it's illegal to matter. So you should be fine. One of the other questions that I wanted to talk about while I'm waiting for you guys to ask your questions is, I have seen this a lot in the my last few comments where people are saying, well, you talk about VAWA, you talk about women. What about men? And again, I've said this 100 times. VAWA covers men. A lot of my clients are male clients who have VAWA cases. I know the name says Violence Against Women's Act. That was what the act was written as, but the act covers men. It covers children, boys and girls, and it covers parents. Parental father or mother. So you don't have to be a woman to be the only person to receive VAWA. As long as you meet the requirements of VAWA, whether you are male or female, you will be covered. Okay, so please remove it from your head that it's only women it covers. It covers men as well. Okay, the second question that I ask all the time is biometrics. Why do I have to do biometrics again? I filed a different petition and I did biometrics. So guys, whenever you submit something to USCIS, you must do biometrics. You must pay the biometrics fee. So there's no such thing in USCIS as saving expense because you paid it the last time. Why am I paying it again? So they might decide to bypass you going into the biometrics office for a fingerprint because they're going to use your old biometrics, but you must pay the biometrics fee that comes with your application. If a biometrics fee comes with your application, you can bypass it. You can decide, oh, I filed a marriage-based case before, now I'm filing a VAWA case and I'm not going to do biometrics, or I'm renewing my work permit, I'm not going to do biometrics before I did it before. You do biometrics for every single thing you submit to USCIS, okay? Barbara Macri says, good morning, Ayesha, watching from New York. Hey, what part of New York? I used to live in New York. Karen says, good morning, Karen. Linda says, anything new about VAWA? Nothing, not that I know of. So somebody says on Instagram, morning, can your VAWA case, can you do a VAWA case if you don't have any proof of having lived together? Just a marriage certificate is going to be incredibly, incredibly difficult. Cohabitation is a requirement, so some proof that you live together is necessary. Because it is a requirement of VAWA. I always say, with marriage-based case, cohabitation is not a requirement, but if you don't cohabitate, you have to really show that you have logical or real reasons that make sense why you're not living together, i.e., my husband is in medical school in, Chicago, and I am a practicing attorney. I'm just using a random example. I'm a practicing attorney in New York because, obviously you can't just transfer licenses, but that the goal is that one of us will relocate or i.e., my spouse is here on a visa, like on a H-2B visa, and my spouse doesn't want to violate his visa, so he's working there, and once the visa expires, he's going to relocate there. So in marriage-based cases, if you have a legitimate excuse like that, then that's fine as long as you can show all other evidence that your marriage is real. But if you are filing VAWA, you need to show cohabitation, even if it's for a short time, but cohabitation is necessary. Okay. Good morning. Good morning, Chris. So his one and only 22 says, how are the pictures sent to USCIS? Should they be printed as pictures or printed on paper? It's up to you. It's up to you, however you want to send it to them. They will accept both. If you're sending them as printed as pictures as opposed to on a paper, make sure you put it in a film so that they don't get lost when you put your packets together. Like, you put it in that clear film that's 8x11, just so that it's all stays together. Okay. Today's a really short one. I just looked at the timer. I only have 3 more minutes left. And I'm sorry, guys. I had so much to do this morning, so I couldn't come on early. Baba says, after receiving the prima facie from immigration on my VAWA application, and I am arranged to appear before an immigration judge, what does that mean? And what is my fate? I am sorry. I do not understand your question. So did they schedule you to appear in front of an immigration judge? Because with a VAWA case, you don't appear in front of an immigration judge. Are you appearing in front of an immigration judge for a different case? So that is the question. But with VAWA, you don't appear in front of an immigration judge. Mahognan Ayello says, hey, Chidolue. My name is actually not Chidolue, so it's Ayesha. What does it mean? Name updated for case I-485 after the prima facie is being provided to you earlier. I'm not understanding what y'all are typing today, but if you're talking about just the random name update, sometimes USCIS might do that depending on what you've completed in your biometrics. So like, let's say you went to your biometrics, or maybe you changed your name, or like you didn't have your middle name before and then you added your middle name or something like that, or you were married and then you changed your name. USCIS will update that. They will update that in the system. And so that's probably what it means. You probably changed something in your name. Okay, let me see what other question. Someone Smerlin says, can somebody who owes unemployment get a green card? What do you mean owe unemployment? How can you owe unemployment? Are you an employer? Like, are you hiring people? Because the government pays on unemployment. So you can't owe unemployment. Are you asking me if you take unemployment? Is that what you're asking? If you take unemployment, you can't. That is not a even though it's paid by your state, it's not a governmental benefit due to you not being able to support yourself. That is a benefit that an employer pays for each employee they have, so that if an employee is terminated without cause, that the employer will pay unemployment until the person finds a job. So if that's the question you're asking, that is the answer. All right, let's see what other questions I have here. One more questions, guys, and I got to jump off. If you get divorced and get married right away, can you put in paper documents right after or wait? Well, I can't tell you what to do, but that doesn't look good because they're going to be wondering if you just married for the purpose of a green card. So the question is, the things that you want to consider are, one, the marriage with a divorce. Did that person ever file for you in the first place, and then you were denied, and then you divorced them and you filed? Although the person never filed for you, do you have an explanation, a logical reason why you left that person and then just remarried right away? As far as putting in paperwork, it doesn't really matter because they're still going to see your marriage date, divorce today and married the next day. So those things are still going to be seen. The most important thing is that you just want to show that you had a legitimate marriage. Sometimes they will, I don't know your situation, but sometimes if you married somebody for the purposes of a green card, or they see something like that in your previous marriage, they will go back and just even forget about the current marriage and go back and say, well, tell us about this marriage. How do we know this marriage was not for green card purposes? So those are all things that you want to take into consideration. Okay, guys, I know this one was a very short one. I have to jump into a meeting. Hopefully I can be here early. This week I'm out of town again for work. It's just been a crazy September for me, but I will try to be on live tomorrow between 9 to 9:30. So put your subscribe and notifications so you can see when I come on live. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.